Okay, this is the Brain Benders of Auntie's Choice. We are at Westport, and we are going to convince them to all come to Fairfield. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do...
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Look at him.
Benefits available at your...
Okay. So we have a few things that we're going to get while we're here, and I have to remember exactly where they are. We'll lockpick this one. We're going to get a plasma soak mod, which goes as an armor mod. So then when people shoot fire at you, you just sort of absorb it. So that's what was in there. And now I've picked up a lot of waterlogged protectorate medicine, and I've never once been able to give it to the doctor, even though... Even though the description literally says perhaps Westport's curativist can make use of it, I've never once been able to actually give it to her. No matter what order I go in and stuff like that. So, I don't know, but... Inhaler. Another diary. Ooh. Okay, this is one of the scientific quarterly collectibles. I will not be picking it up because I'm going to pick it up in a different video so where I can pick them all up together. But this is volume 1, if you want that. And you probably do. But it is right there. And that is the second house. Over here in Westport. Okay, so this information in this computer is necessary in order to talk to one of the people we're supposed to coerce. It's Charlton. And we already have the passcode already because it was written in the room, I guess. But his hidden ambitions... Path of uncertainty, but he's addicted to anti-choice purple crunchies. Like he just loves them so much. So that's our little extortion secret to get him to come over. grab a couple of these though. Everything is purple crunch. I take all his food. Alright, let me check my notes because there's a... Where are you? Let me check another one of the houses. There is a Pitchball card. Oh, maybe it's this one. Here's more medication.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Shock rod. Alright, we will find it.
Standing by with life support.
Here's a lockbox. This particular lockbox is for remote detonator, and it can be opened on the ship, and it requires 8 keys to open. So you need 8 decryption keys to open it. That's there. Infantry cap. Short rounds. Okay, the card that I missed was right here, right by the computer. It's right by Carlton's computer. It's a Shaina grade and grants us +1 toxicity crash threshold. No collectibles. There it is. There we go. Kill this one.
Engaging combat protocols.
Hey, save that for the wrongdoers.
Okay. Got all 3 of those. Spacer outfit. Some more medicine. Okay, now we're going to head back to Westport Town proper. We'll head through here. There's a couple of things in here we can get. Engineering 2, so I'm going to unjam this door. Riot control helmets. Ammunition, bit cartridge, some more medication, short rounds and foil. Lots of good stuff. Campaign hat, shells, compass. All right. More medicine. Mag pick. Medicine. Some alcohol.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hunt the crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea.
It's a great idea. Alright, so that is the most of what's west of Westport. So, Melv Street, Melva Street, what's his name again? Mel Street? I never get his name right. Milver Street.
Huh. Well, this is not shooting water.
Sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can.
So one of the things that Milver Street gave us in the kit when we came here, to come here, is different audio propaganda. So we're going to get the Westport Broadcast Facility key. And go ahead and grab that. And grab that, and that, and that, and that. And we're going to go swap out the audio. There's a workbench here if you need it. Forgot that was there. So we're going to go swap out the propaganda audio that's going on.
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
So right from the main entrance, the radio station's over here on the left. Permanently overwrite the Protectorate broadcast with Auntie's Choice Automated Propagandizer. Inspecting doesn't show anything. Didn't show anything for me. Maybe if I had a different option or a skill or perk or something, it might show something. But okay. So that part's done. Now let's go sabotage.
What do I provide? Information. Did you know that at Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth?
I'm loath to admit it, but the enemy propaganda sure does sound delicious.
Okay.
In fact, the former Protectorate subjects now abiding in their of life in Auntie's Choice.
So the generator that we need to sabotage is in this building right here. I'm assuming that the key card is on the chief guy that sort of controls it. So I don't have that, but we're going to get in through that hole right there. No, no, no. Okay. I'm going to go straight on, because if you're at an angle, she'll glide off. So you're going to want to be, like, as straight on as possible, unless you can, like, really get the roof part. But okay, and again, she glides, so be careful. Push towards the wall when you drop off. All right. We're going to use the portable galvanic subverter that was given to us by Milver Street in the packet. Just sabotaged it. Alright, so then the last thing we need to do
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
This looks like the place. Law, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point.
So now we need to get to that water pipe that's over there. And we've got this guy. We've got this guy. And we've got this guy. So make sure they're looking the other way. And just book it. Okay, we have another pitchball card over here. Toss ball card, Anthony Rogers. +5 to max health. Just sort of hide over here. And we're going to put a case of Lux Flourish Skin Powder expired in it. Also came from Milver Street. If you have Engineering 2, you can also dismantle the purifying coupler. But we're going to add soap. May cause a severe rash. Alright, where's... Oops. And go for it, and go left. So if you had hacking, you could hack it to open some water terminal thing, but I reloaded a save because I keep skill points like in the bucket in case I need them. And I really wasn't sure what it did. Like I still was able to do what I exactly just did, so. But here's the maintenance logs. Momentarily contaminated. But recovering. There you go. Okay. Now there's 3 people that we can talk to.
That didn't sound like prudence at all.
This is the first guy.
Huh. Well, I'll be. Did you hear that? Must be wholly accurate and true since I heard it on the loudspeaker.
Of course it is.
Excuse me. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Wasn't Hogarth one of Milver Street's key subjects? Doubt a Vigilant will sweeten to a corporate recruitment campaign, but I suppose it costs nothing to go and speak with him.
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Anything I should know about this place?
Word to the wise. Despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Good thing I wasn't seen. Actually, wait. Let me see if I can talk
These
to him
new
again.
official announcements sure are confusing. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve?
Well, it's pretty much true anywhere outside of the Protectorate. Let's choose in Auntie's choice. You can have any job someone wants to hire you for.
Oh, and they hire you too. You're not simply assigned a role, but you, I guess, need to prove competence? And maybe even expertise?
Okay, so I don't have speech 3, but seems like you have a lot to mull over.
What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
Alright,
Look
let's
who's
try and
back.
talk to him again.
Why, you got a right
There are some
serious look in your
changes
eye.
here.
What happened?
Yeah. You can talk to him one at a time after you do each of the things, but I just waited until the end, so that's why I'm going back to talk to him a third time.
No, that's not... That's what that sound was? It exploded. Been trying not to fret unduly after every random little kaboom around here. Didn't realize it... That's it, I'm afraid. Just a matter of time before these automechs run out of power. Then it's good night, Westport. Whatever are all of us gonna do now?
What's next for you?
Nothing more I can do here, that's for sure. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to... Well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
Okay.
Salutations! This is TV.
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm as a great way to maintain it.
So this is Carlton Weintraut.
Don't pre-select your assignment.
He's the second person we're going to talk to.
There. Wasn't paying rapt attention to those assuasive loudspeaker messages. No. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
No need. I know your brand loyalty lies with Auntie's choice. That's because we found his apartment in the very beginning on the West Drive.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Of course. Advertisements for Purpleberry Crunch.
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all.
And
I
your
laugh at
purple
danger.
lips.
I hand-make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret, I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Well, he might call me a
If I understand the
provocateur.
subtext, that
Provocateur.
means yes. Dearie me, you are the first secret agent I have ever met. At least in waking life. Now, do tell, what is the latest word from the field?
The director of those advertisements you adore.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
He wants you to come work for him. I suspect you'd appreciate his fervent, heartfelt
Is that so?
demeanor.
Do tell me more.
See for yourself, he has a job for you.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Did I mention there's a signing bonus? We can give him the case that came in the kit from Milver Street.
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
I can be fairly persuasive. Convince him to shut down Westport. Seems like a pretty tough sell.
I'd say so, but I'm not some highly skilled subversive type or some such. You are. I'm certain you can find a way, somehow.
All right.
Forced you into an untenable position. You have no water. You have no food. Your medical supplies dwindle as you...
Okay, third person's the doctor.
It's infected. Meds don't arrive soon, we'll have to start cutting. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
Is there any way I can be of assistance? Or what the void
Never
happened
heard.
here?
When Antis invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
Any way I can be of
Don't suppose
assistance?
you have any medical supplies to spare, do you?
Yes.
That you might kindly consider donating?
So I'm wondering if you come here outside of the brain benders of Auntie's Choice, I'm wondering if you can give her the medication then. Because all that medication that we picked up, I'm not given an opportunity to give it to her. The only choice we have is the Aunt Annie's stuff. So I'm assuming that if I was outside of this quest and just stumbled across Westport all on my own, that maybe you'd be able to give her that stuff then. But within this quest, you can't.
Oh, no thank you. Not looking for
And I've
anything that does
never
more
gotten her
harm
to
than
take
good.
it.
I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
Then this is speech too, which I don't have. But all right.
Well, fear I've little time for idle chatter. If you'll excuse me, others do need my attention.
Now let me see if she's one I can talk to
Hello again.
twice.
Here to help? Or just being friendly?
You should take these folks to Fairfield.
We've all heard about Auntie's Choice grafting labs. Only cost you an arm and a leg.
Might be some truth, but they are well supplied. She does not like being told she'll be paid well.
I do question their low-grade nostrums. Wireless says they are rushed to the market. Might make everybody worse, hop them up. And gender dependence. Protectorate curatives are of the highest quality. So, I thank you for your advice. Ill-considered as it may be. In the meantime, don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating?
I wish I could, but the game won't let me give them to you.
You scare something up, you know where I am.
I have 10 waterlogged medicine that I can't give her for some reason. Alright, now we'll talk to Hogarth.
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Westport's finished. You all need to move to Fairfield.
Oh, nonsense, nonsense. It's not as dire as all that, not yet. A good vigilant always has a plan. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence. Automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Okay. So that is another quest where if you go off and do that, and I'm going to do it in a different video because I'm going to do it independently of Milver Street stuff so that it's a little cleaner. So right now we're just getting them to Fairfield.
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
Well, how's that punishable?
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
How can a boot heel be vapid?
My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. This here's a matter of accountability. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. My intention is to absolve my subjects of any and all such blame. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Defecting to Fairfield is your only option.
Of course. Abandon every last ideal to climb the rungs of the corporate ladder. A trifling matter to be executed with an insouciant air. No, my naive friend, you haven't watched as these vulgar hucksters set to systematically raise Eden, nor witnessed their attempts to commodify our bounteous land and kind subjects. Suspect if you had, you'd be singing another tune right now, not humming one of their little jingles.
If you truly cared, you'd lead them to Fairfield.
Well, I can't imagine ever leaving, let alone leading a mass defection.
You can imagine letting them defect,
Nobody
though?
needs go anywhere.
You know what? I don't think I've been down this path
when
before.
We can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community. Several persons me, and our town still functions. Despite that vacuous nonsense blaring from our loudspeakers, we are still able to see to our subjects' needs. We have a generator to power our mechs, and a fresh water supply. Tell me what you... Excuse me, but that cacophony emanating from our loudspeakers can drive one to distraction.
You don't have power anymore.
My people are prepared to die. As subjects of the Protectorate, we are born to give our lives to the Sovereign, whether he asks for them or not.
Haven't they endured enough?
Things are fine. Everyone's fine. They deserve better. Huh. They do, don't they? I've tried to tell myself it's better to die a subject of the Great Protectorate than live a life driven by freedom, but you may be right. Regardless, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission, but if they want it, they shall have it. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield, but I will be staying.
You should leave with your people.
Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Not when your people still require a leader.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
The others need you.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain.
Safe travels.
All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Okay. We shall return to Fairfield.
Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet. Diddly bottom, sure, but not rock bottom.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts?
Only getting into the box.
I did indeed. Do forgive my preoccupations. The refugees are already long-suffering. What's a few extra moments of agony? Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell.
So, this jackass just made us do 2 quests, and then he's still pawning us off and still won't get us into the box. God. You're going to be hearing from me again if I don't get what I need. Alright. So, while Brainbenders is technically done, let's go ahead and do this one part.
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy.
The others appear to be acclimatizing well to this purpose.
Oh, he's eating purple crunchies?
Well, hello.
That's funny.
You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred?
Lied to me about knowing a way into the box.
Representative of Auntie's choice.
Lied? You must be shocked.
Must be shocked. Greatly. Yes, I know of a means in. But you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in.
Okay.
Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It saved many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing protectorate law.
We might do kill him?
Yes. Yes, I do. I have given the matter much thought and can see no other way around it. I may have been branded a traitor, but I remain loyal to protectorate ideals, which he has abandoned. Brigadier Montelli is a stain on the protectorate's good name, and every moment he remains in charge at the Vox Relay diminishes us further.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Good, good. Here is the writ. Farewell now.
Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is we're going to show who to show this writ to, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are now in the little water area between Westport and the Vox Relay. And in order to for this to work, we're going to need speech 3 or leadership 3.
Whoa, Val. Watch where you're pointing that shooter of yours. You've been pitching a little unevenly.
Since the fastball incident of 97, automechs are not permitted to participate in tossball games, leagues, or tournaments.
I mean, your aim's been off. Wouldn't want me or the good commander here catching any strays.
When attempting to capture a stray animal, approach slowly and quietly. If the animal senses danger, it may grow aggressive.
You know what? Forget I said anything. You're doing great.
Okay. So now we're at the back. Well, the front, really. We're past the bridge. We're at the back of the bridge. And we're here because we came across the water side. And Lehman is back here.
Decrease in air quality due to decomposing protective
Damned bodies. Why can't we just bury the lot of them? Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday, and my shift only goes for 3 more hours. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging all these corpses is beyond my capabilities, and I certainly need no distractions. What is it you want?
By the authority of Hogarth's writ of conscription, you report to me. Now let me pass.
Vigilant Hogarth sent you? I wish I could help, but he's been named a traitor. These credentials might as well be stained in protectorate blood. That being said, I am from Westport. If Hogarth trusts you, let's just say I'm willing to listen. The Brigadier sees enemies everywhere, sappers in every shadow. Approaching him under questionable license is to risk being shot. It's too dangerous for us both.
Okay, so speech 3, I don't even know what leadership is because I haven't done that one yet. But speech 3 says, you've said it yourself, is trustworthy and his orders are valid. Please let me in. This will not get you in at all. So you do need speech 3 or probably leadership 3.
While it pains me to act in what might be contrary to the Brigadier's personal conviction, I do believe the Sovereign would expect me to honor the Vigilance Station. Still, I can't simply have you saunter through the gates. It would cause a terrible stir. Though there must be a way. The gibbets. There is little view of who's within them, so I can use them to haul you into the station without notice. I won't lock them, so you can free yourself once inside.
Okay.
Allow me to open them for you and your companions. Getting folks inside can be a little tricky, and try not to move much or they'll start swinging something fierce.
Alright, so we are now in the Vox relay. And we don't have to go through the outer bits. We're actually in the interior local part. So there you go. That is how to find the Century Second Class Lehman and how to actually use the Writ.